Hey there, welcome to day one of the Mindset Check. I am super excited that you decided to join me for the next 3 days. The reason that I created this 3 day mini series is because I really wanted to start a conversation with you about a very important aspect of elevating your life, of walking in purpose, living your dreams, going boldly after the things that you are truly desiring. And that is your mindset. I don't think that we really understand and realize how powerful our thoughts are, how powerful we are in general. And a lot of our power comes from our ability to think a thing and then make it real. You see, we waste that power by not being intentional about the things that we're focusing on, about the things that we're really reaching for in life. We kind of go through life thinking that our circumstances and the things that we are experiencing just happen, right? Like life happens to us. We don't think that we really impact and we really have a say in what we are experiencing. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. You see, if you are somebody like me who is a dreamer that has just a bigger vision, a bigger expectation for life, for what life is supposed to be for you, then you're going to have to realize that you have the power to actually create that reality. And the power starts with your mindset. Let's talk about what a mindset really is for a moment. So, by definition, your mindset is a combination of your attitude, your disposition, and your mood. But to break that down for you and really let it hit home a little bit, I like to think about your mindset as the foundation of your core beliefs. Your mindset is a reflection of the things that you believe and a consistent thought that you continue to have. So much so to the point where you don't even realize that you're doing it. It's just second nature, it's natural to you. And so, this is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. And it's a bad thing because it's second nature and because it becomes so natural to you, we don't realize the things that we are thinking about, okay? And what happens with your thoughts is first they start in your mind, but then they start to come up in your words. They start to come up in your attitude. They start to come up in your actions. And that is how you create the world around you. That's how situations come into your life. Circumstances start to change around in your life. It all starts with what you are thinking. I want you to think about this. Everything in this world around you started with a thought. It started with somebody thinking about it first before it became a reality. If you think about a building structure, somebody imagined that building inside and out so vividly that they were able to create the image of it, draw it out, sketch it out, what have you. And then from there, they were able to create a strategic plan to actually build it. If you think about vehicles, if you think about anything, it started with an idea first. It started with a thought. And so that thought then transitioned into something real, something tangible. So the same thing happens with your experiences. The same things happen with what you have right now, what is tangible in your life. So, a big part of your mindset is your belief systems. I think it's so interesting that we all know this concept of belief, but we don't really know how to believe, or we don't really know how to structure our own beliefs. So, we were never really taught what a belief is in the first place. We kind of just pick up beliefs as we go about life. We pick them up through our experiences, through something somebody said to us, through something that we saw, through something that our parents taught us, but we don't really pick up our beliefs intentionally. And so, one of the biggest parts to shifting your mindset is to start being intentional about believing, to start understanding, how do I even create a belief in the first place? Well, I kind of gave you some clues there. You see, your beliefs are structured by the things that you hear, the things that you are experiencing, and the things that you are seeing on a day-to-day basis. And so with that information, you can actually start to reprogram yourself and start to intentionally believe for things in your life. A mentor of mine gave me this very vivid picture to think about when it comes to understanding how your mindset works. And it's basically the idea of a thermostat. So I want you to imagine a thermostat. You know how a thermostat works, right? You set the temperature, and so what the thermostat does is it will constantly make sure that the temperature in the environment that it's located in will consistently be whatever it is that you set it to. So if you set the temperature to 65, if it goes up in the room, if the heat in the room goes up, then the thermostat is going to regulate itself so that the temperature in the room drops to 65 again. If it goes down, it's going to regulate itself and so that the temperature in the room rises to 65. And so that's what your mindset does. Your mindset makes sure that your outside world, your outside circumstances stay in consistent mode with where your mindset and your beliefs are. Okay? And so if you are believing, for example, that there are no good men in the world, right? Say that's your core belief. If you've experienced situations that have broken your trust when it comes to relationships, if you have seen friends or a family member go through struggle or go through heartbreak and disappointment in relationships, you might have this core belief that says, you know what, relationships don't work and there's no good men in the world. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to meet guys, you're going to meet great guys, but there will always be something that brings you back to a point of saying, nope, he's not good, or nope, this isn't going to work out. And that consistent thought over time is going to impact your mood. It's going to impact your disposition. It's going to impact your attitude. It's going to impact how you show up. And it also impacts, therefore, your experience. And it actually grants you exactly what you're believing. You see, whatever we believe, whatever we exude and we put out into the world has to come back to us. Designed that way. The world around us, this beautiful universe that we live in, is perfectly designed so that whatever we put out into it will come back to us. And so you cannot reap something that you have not sown. And one of the ways that you sow is by what you are believing deep down inside. It's what you are emitting. Your belief comes out in everything that is you. It comes out in your words. It comes out in how you show up for your day. It comes out in how you treat other people. It comes out in how you spend money or how you don't spend money. It comes out in how you eat, how you take care of your body. It shows up in everything that you do. Everything that you do is a reflection of something that you are believing. And so it is imperative that you take the time and you start to analyze and ask yourself, what is it that I'm believing? What is it that I'm thinking about on a consistent basis? You really need to start taking the time to monitor what it is that you are thinking. It's not impossible for you to experience something outside of your core beliefs, but it is impossible for you to maintain that experience for long periods of time. You see, through our efforts, through working hard and trying and exerting all of this energy and effort, we can create short spurts of progress. We can create short spurts of change. But what's always going to win at the end is what you really believe deep down inside. Why? Because what you are really believing is what's going to consistently show up for you. It's what you're going to consistently speak about. It's what you're going to consistently think about. It's what's going to consistently come up when things around you aren't feeling good. How many of you know that it's easy to kind of go through life and experience life when things are good? It's easy to stay on the up and up. But when things show up that don't feel so good, that are a bit challenging, that are obstacles before you, what you believe is always going to be what you lean back on. And so you really want to make sure that your core beliefs are strong, that your core beliefs are structured in a way where they're motivating you to continue to move forward. Okay, and so I have an assignment for you for day one. I took some notes here. There's a couple things that I would like you to do to really start to explore your mindset. And so the first thing that I would like you to do is for you to write down your dream, your goal, your desire. You can write down a big dream, a small dream, or just something maybe that you would like to accomplish in a short period of time. I want you to get really detailed about it. Spend some time visualizing, really quieting your mind. Get into a nice quiet environment where you can focus and just spend some time freely writing this out. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I want you to write down what it would require for you to obtain that dream, goal, or desire. What is required of you in order to obtain it? So for example, if you had a dream of having this really nice, fit, toned, sexy body, and you had a goal of losing 10 pounds and gaining 10 pounds of muscle mass in order to achieve that, what would be required of you to do that? You'd have to go to the gym or work out in some capacity. You might even need to consult a personal trainer to get some guidance on how to work out. You are going to have to make time in your schedule. You'd have to change your diet. You'd have to learn about nutrition. And so you see what I did there? I took the goal and the dream, and then I broke down what it would take for you to actually obtain it. And so that's what I would like you to do for your goal, your dream, and your desire. Okay, that was number two. Step three is I want you to really think about the emotion that comes up for you as you are breaking down what is required to obtain this goal, dream, or desire. So what I mean by that is, as you are thinking about what it would take for you, going back to the example of losing weight, right, and getting that sexy toned body, as you would think about that, what comes up? Do you feel determined? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel excited? Or do you feel disappointed? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel sad? Do you feel discouraged? Okay, it's important for you to understand what emotions come up for you, because understanding what emotions are coming up for you is going to help you to understand and see where your mind is. You see, breaking down how you feel emotionally when it comes to thinking about what's required of you in order to obtain this goal and desire really helps you to see and identify where your mindset is in regards to obtaining your goal, dream, and desire. Okay, so that's number three. Write down how you feel about what's required of you. And then number four is, what is your belief about what it would take to experience your dream? So very blatantly, I want you to write out what you believe. Do you believe it's hard work? Do you believe that you can accomplish your dream, your goal? Do you believe that you can do it in the set period of time that you've given yourself? Do you believe that it's actually going to work out? Just take some time exploring what it is that you actually believe in this area. And then finally, number five is, I want you to write a belief that is opposite any negative belief that might actually come up during this exercise. And so if you have a belief that says, it's impossible for me to complete this goal or to obtain this dream in the time frame that I have, that I've put down for myself, because I've seen, or because society says that statistically it should take this long, or because someone else that I know did it in this period of time, and so I don't think that I could accomplish it. Whatever. If you have a belief that basically is opposing you actually accomplishing your goal or really living this dream, then I want you to spend some time writing out what the opposite of that would be, okay? And then I want you to take that and I want you to repeat it every day, 3 times a day. I want you to put it somewhere that you are going to frequent, that you are going to see. You can save it as a screensaver on your phone. You can put it up on your bathroom mirror, on your fridge, whatever you want to do. Just put it up somewhere where you can see it. And I want you to spend time intentionally repeating that belief, that new belief, 3 times a day, okay? And that's it for day one. That's your homework for day one. I really hope that you take the time to actually go through these exercises so that you can really start to shift some things in your life and to really take hold and take your power back and really get your mind working for you.